Aloha. I don't know why I want to start this. I guess it fits. But so something I've been thinking about recently is people talking about smoking weed on the internet. Because it's like a weird it's a category I think you could call out there. And there's when I think about it now, about like what happens if I search like marijuana, cannabis, weed, pot, anything like that, and then into YouTube and any sort of video game tag or any sort of like kind of interest that I have on YouTube or videos that I kind of watch, like any kind of like vlog or gaming specifically kind of thing, you're gonna get one thing, and it's like this like dude, like swoopy hair dude, uh it's like X Coda. Yeah, I think that's actually it. And it's basically him just being like, "Oh, yeah, I smoked weed and I was like 13. It's so cool. I got arrested. It's like whatever." It's like basically, just like those kind of stoner stereotypes that you like constantly think of when you think about someone who like smokes weed. It's basically that's him, and he has like this like weird monopoly or like SEO kind of like if you search something, that's like kind of what you pull up. And so what the effect that has is anything else that's it's kind of like an effect to the culture. So anytime anybody else has videos about that, they first have to battle see their video being viewed alongside that video. And if there's a lot of commonalities between, it's like, okay, another dude about the same age playing, video games, talking over them. If you're doing like something similar kind of things like that, it's hard not for everybody just to assume that's exactly what you're like and that's exactly what you do. But it's actually weird because the reason that the title and I haven't actually used the word like cannabis yet because I haven't really referred to anybody like uses that word, because like I was saying, like when you search on YouTube, it's just like weed, pot, dope. It's just like the dope. It's just like those kind of those names for it that are not necessarily like bad for the culture or bad for like anything like that, but they're just like these uh they just go along with the nomenclature or stereotype of a person that's really casual or really like doesn't care about things. And so and it's hard also that happens in society to not be viewed like the hot topic person. It's not just on the gaming YouTube space, but if you ever like talk about your experiences with like smoking cannabis or anything like that or any kind of product, for a long time it's always been some sort of like weird hot topic connotation to it. But since then, I think most of my friends now that have definitely tried at some point smoking, and at some point they've usually made up opinions that they like it or don't like it. But an interesting thing happens where people who were like very, oh no thank you, or very just kind of like, I'm good, when they go to Colorado, I think it's a lot of it because they don't exactly know what it is, and they're not exactly like sold on it. And anytime everyone's ever tried to sell them on it, they think they're like, oh, they're literally trying to like sell me on it or get me hooked or something like that. And so these people I've met, they'll go to like Colorado or go to a legal state. They'll try like a 10 milligram edible because it's way less scary than just like, yeah man, smoke this blunt, you're gonna get so fucked up, and they have like a great time. And it's like, oh yeah, weed use is great. I like to, it's something I like to do at night now or every so often. It seems like I can't get through one of these without having to do multiple takes. But anyway, as I was saying, there is a song that is stuck in my head, and it's I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I think to myself, what's going on? And it's actually, I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and they karaoke that song, Dave Judy, Jake Peralta. But it's something that I've resonated with. It gets stuck in my head because I like the timing and like the general kind of notion of like, wait, what's going on? Because it's nice to like, I find it's like a perfect thing to start my day, because one thing that happens to me specifically is I wake up in the morning, usually with some stomach problems, and so that kind of will knock that out right of the way. And sometimes I can't eat and for a while, and so like until the afternoon or mid afternoon or late afternoon or something like that. And so that often solves the problem for breakfast or for getting some food in me before then. And then after, like, another part is it allows me to like kind of it's not collecting yourself before the day because it hasn't happened yet, but it's preparing. It's figuring out what you have to do. Some, I guess, a visualization, maybe, if you will. But allows you to kind of plan everything out, and it also gives you the introspection that you don't normally have. It gives you this out of placeness, so to say, that allows you to, or makes you think twice about something. And so it's something that I find very beneficial in the morning, especially when I have this feeling of, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm overwhelmed, and it allows me to sit back and think about that. And so that's why it's a favorite time. But I don't know, it's just hard to have a conversation about like cannabis and how it helps or doesn't help you in certain ways, or things you like or dislike about it, especially on the internet, without having like some sort of negative connotation to you for some reason. And that's definitely changing as more and more states legalize, more and more people have experiences. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Maybe you have a completely different opinion than mine. So that would actually be pretty cool. We can talk about in the comment section below. But until then, see ya in another video. Peace and butt grease.